Ruslan.
All right, guys, we're here live. They're about to bring in the verdict of the Derek Chauvin case. They're saying that because this is a quick verdict, meaning that this is coming in after one day of deliberation, that it's going to be a guilty verdict of some kind. They didn't ask any questions. They didn't deliberate very long. So usually in situations like this, statistically speaking, it is a guilty verdict. So we shall see how that plays out. I remember living through the Rodney King trial. I'm 36, so you guys don't know me, don't know that. And so I remember living through that and just how wild that was. And then the OJ trial, and then OJ being found innocent, and almost there's like a FU to Rodney King being found innocent. And this is a really wild time in history to be kind of living through this a second time. So anyway, my prediction is that there's three charges, right? In this situation, I think he's going to be guilty of at least two of them. That's my prediction, especially it coming back this fast. I think the defense did, everything they could to try to finesse this whole situation. What is the highest one is second degree murder, right? That's the highest one is second degree murder. I don't know if they're gonna get him on second degree murder. I feel like they should get him on at least manslaughter. I think police reform needs to be targeted locally because policing varies depending on location. Police brutality seems to occur in more cities than in suburbs. By the way, Diana, Zach, didn't Philando Castile happen in the same area? Philando Castile happened in Minneapolis. Dante Wright just happened in the same area. There was a white woman that was killed by police in the same area. This whatever it is about the Twin Cities and maybe how they're trained, this has been going on here for I feel like Joe Rogan and you're my Jamie.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, fact check this for me. Pull up an article. Jamie, pull up an article. I feel like this has been going on in this part of the country for a long time, and I agree with you. I do think it is something to look at with 8 Can't Wait and see where your city aligns on this thing. So 8 Can't Wait, punching your city. I'm in San Diego. We technically have San Diego sheriffs here, and San Marcos sheriff of the San Diego sheriff does a good job. I know sheriffs personally. They're really good dudes. They do a lot of amazing stuff. By and large, I think the San Marcos department has intentionally, the bigger cities have adapted these policies of 8 Can't Wait willfully. I don't think there's anything wrong with making this a standard. Full stream on Thursday, pretty fair. I went to see. Yeah, I did not watch that. That's probably my only Mike Winger video I didn't watch. The frustrating part with me, and I'll be honest with you, and this is probably something I'll tell Mike at some point when we have a conversation about it. The frustrating part with me, is when we talk about stuff like CRT, we usually give a one-sided perspective, especially in evangelical circles. Meaning that I saw the person he was interviewing and it was like, yo, if you're going to do a stream on CRT or woke or whatever, at least have a Dr. Eric Mason or Sho Baraka to contrast the other side of the conversation. That would be my recommendation for anybody, at least at Childress. And this is one of the frustrating parts to me, if I'm honest, when we're talking about these things. Is seldom do you have someone that's operating at a scholarly level who is in line with biblical Christian doctrine, like a Dr. Eric Mason. I mean, again, Philly, the dude's been faithfully serving the gospel for years. He was in a reform camp, so on and so forth, right? He was an Acts 17 church plant. If Mike Winger or Alicia Childress or whoever, all the folks I'm fans of, if they're going to talk about CRT, you have the access and the resources to get an actual expert that can balance out the conversation. So it's not just like CRT bad, woke bad, right? Like, well, okay, well, what does that even mean? What part of it's just like doing it? It's like Alicia Childress doing a thing on the Enneagram and just like Enneagram bad. It's like, you gotta do better. You gotta be more delicate. You go interview one of the folks one of the Christians that wrote the Christian Enneagram book. And that's the part it's a very all or nothing. I'm going to do the thinking for you as a Christian YouTuber, and you just trust what I say. And I'm not a fan of that. I really am not. So that's my only thing. And by the way, Diana, I've reached out to her personally. I've left comments. I've invited her to come on my show. Okay, here it is. Hold on, let me get this up.
Sorry to interrupt you, but the judge is there. So we're going to listen in. We're going to take you now to the Minneapolis courtroom where the verdict is about to be read. Let's listen in.
Sheesh. Oh gosh, there's a crowd of people outside too. Does he know the verdict? Is the jury going to read the verdict, or is the judge going to read the verdict? Oh my gosh.
I would assume the judge to protect the jurors. All right,
Jesus. I mean, they've already decided, so it's not even. It's nothing to pray about. It's already been decided. They already know what the verdict is. God bless this city. Bless those soldiers, the law enforcement. Let cooler heads prevail, Lord.
All right, please be seated. Members of the jury, I understand you have a verdict.
Oh, Jesus. This can go bad really fast.
Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, count 1. Court file number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:44 p.m.
Guilty.
Signed, juror foreperson, juror number 19.
Is that the highest charge or the second highest charge?
Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson.
Wow, they're gonna find him guilty
19.
on all charges, fam.
Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this
All
20th day of April
charges.
2021
Guilty
at
of
1:45
all
p.m.
charges.
Jury foreperson 019.
Wow,
Members
I
of the
wasn't
jury,
expecting
I'm now going to
that.
ask you individually if these are your true and correct verdicts. Please respond yes or no.
They're gonna appeal
Juror
this.
number 2, are these your true and
They're
correct
gonna appeal
verdicts?
this.
Yes.
They're gonna blame
Juror number 9, are
Maxine.
these your true and correct
Maxine
verdicts?
Waters. They're gonna
Yes.
appeal this. I guarantee you.
Juror number 19, are these your true
All
and correct
three.
verdicts?
Guilty of all 3 charges.
Juror
Wow.
number 27, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Wow.
Juror number 44, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 52, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 55,
still gotta
are
get
these your true
sentenced.
and correct verdicts?
You still gotta
Yes.
get sentenced.
Juror number 79, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 85, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Wow.
Yes.
Juror number 89, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 91, are
Holy
these your
smokes.
true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 92, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Are these your verdicts, so say you one, so say you all?
Yes.
Members of the jury, I find that the verdicts as read reflect the will of the jury and will be filed accordingly.
It's gonna be
I have to
appealed.
thank you on behalf of the people of the state of Minnesota for not only jury service, but heavy-duty jury service. What I'm going to ask you to do now is to follow the deputy back into your usual room, and I will join you in a few minutes to answer questions and to advise you further. So, all rise for the jury.
Wow. But let justice run down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. Amos 5:4. Wow, guilty of all charges, fam. Sheesh.
All right, be seated.
When did they sentence him?
With the guilty verdicts returned, we're going to have Blakely, you may file a written argument as to Blakely factors within 1 week. The court will issue findings on the Blakely factors, the factual findings, 1 week after that. We'll order a PSI immediately,
Wow.
returnable in 4 weeks. And we will also have a briefing on, after you get the PSI, 6 weeks from now, and then 8 weeks from now, we will have sentencing. We'll get you the exact dates in a scheduling order. Is there a motion on behalf of the state?
Your Honor, the state would move to have the court revoke the defendant's bail and remand him into custody pending sentencing.
Bail is revoked, bond is discharged, and the defendant is remanded to the custody of the Hennepin County Sheriff. Anything further?
Definitely sets a
Thank
precedent
you.
for the future. Definitely sets a precedent for the future. That's it. That's the verdict, guys. Wow. I was not expecting guilty on all 3 charges. Holy smokes. Whew. Sets a precedent for the future. Yeah, there better not be riots. There better not be no daggone riots, fam. There better not be no riots. Yeah, I told you guys I didn't think they were gonna find him guilty on all 3 charges. That's how I open up the streams. The scales are tipping back in favor for peace. Yeah, handcuffed and all, bro. Wow. Okay. So what do you guys think? Those of you guys that are here live with me, what do y'all think? Nah, no. Absolutely. There better not be no celebratory rioting. That would be stupid. There better not be no celebratory rioting. This is not a freaking Lakers championship. That would be stupid. What do y'all think? My prediction was spot on. Wow. Yeah. Yes, I'm praying for the man. Yeah, man. I mean, prayers up for everybody. Yeah, he got convicted on all charges. I was not expecting that, but he knew what he was going. He would treat another man like an animal. Yep. Give this video a like if you could. Just click out of the chat. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. We primarily talk about different topics from a faith worldview standpoint, culture and current events from a Jesus-centered worldview standpoint. If you've been around for a while and you're like, yo, respect, I like this guy, consider joining our Patreon community, the illest online Patreon community. We open up Zoom calls, we have group calls, all that kind of stuff. You can sign up. Link is in the description. And if you're thinking about hopping into YouTube space, me and Zach Sprazzo, who's behind me right there, we put together a killer course, and there's a free training. It's free. The course is paid, but the training is free. It's in the description. You should consider checking it out. That is what this outro video is going to be about. All right, Joe. Peace.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Hey, thank you so much for making it through the end of this video. If you enjoyed it and maybe you're feeling inspired to jump into some YouTube creator content, maybe you're an expert in the field, I have a super dope course coming very soon. No, it's not a $5,000 or $1,000 mastermind course. It's going to be extremely affordable. So that's on the way, but we want to give you guys a free training and PDF that's available right now. So be sure to opt into that in the description below or in the cards. I saw my mama smile through the silhouette. Sunshine and all. But she don't know that I still feel like we ain't made it yet. No, I ain't lying at all. I remember walking